Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. We're back with Abund's first story hour. Oy. We've just
Story hour and a half.
Yeah, something like that. Currently thinking Scholasticate, and then start on.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, containment bays.
I don't know this. Yes.
Come on. Let's go deal with the Scholasticate. All the book nerds are waiting for us.
Ooh.
Is something wrong? Do you have a problem with book nerds? You know, most of this house is a book nerd.
No. Ladonia is a little too dumb for that.
Yeah. Rena's gone one too many rounds with the snake.
You mean the Sushi Nuko?
Yeah, that thing. You know, that thing.
Yeah.
Hello,
Why
Orca.
did they? Hey, Orca.
Mochi.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
Mochi?
More living Mochi.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Living Mochi, that is a problem.
Ladonia and Rena really haven't encountered anything that any Mochi that isn't living.
Hello, Bjardian. Are we smart enough for this? Seriously, are we?
Divine Reckoning. Raridian appears to be lost in thought. Ah, if it isn't my trusted associates back from the field. As you will doubtless have seen for yourself, change is sweeping through Ishgard, and the veil which once threatened to smother the hearts and minds of our people is slowly but surely being lifted. 'Tis as if our fair city has been born anew, and it is in large part thanks to you two. Which is not to say our problems have come to an end. No, the silent struggle between the lowborn and highborn goes on, growing more fractious by the day. I have come to believe that someone, somewhere, is fanning the flames of hatred to further their own ends, and I am convinced, now more than ever, that Ula's sudden disappearance alongside that volume 11 of the Articles of Lawn Equality is no mere coincidence. Both she and it, after all, were passionate advocates of equality among men. As to who is responsible and what their true intentions might be, I cannot say. Ascertaining these things will no doubt require that we first find the missing girl, and as of this moment, our best hope of learning her whereabouts may rest on discovering the fate of the book. As such, I shall continue searching for any clue which might lead us to the missing tome. In the meantime, I ask that you trouble the students for any information they might have on Ula. Failing that, find out if they have witnessed any unusual occurrences around the Scholasticate. Anything at all. Well then, let us be about it.
I really don't think I'm
Dramatic
smart
organ
enough
music.
for this.
Oh, don't worry, we have dramatic organ music on our side.
Ooh.
Even the most seemingly insignificant oddity could be all it takes to crack a case. In any event, there's a good chance that whatever the students have seen or heard will offer us some clue as to the culprit's next move. I'm glad he's here to take charge of this investigation.
Hello, Ari. Hello, Doodles.
Yes!
Hello,
We have an audience
Scholastic
for the
Lector. Yes, we want to be allowed inside. Please and thank you.
For some reason.
Despondent Seminarian. Blaze has been so distracted lately. I'm lucky if I can get a simple good morning from her. Since Ula left, she's been rushing about the city like a madwoman, looking for any information she can find on the girl, and that she might have an excuse to talk to Theo Mosen. Cramboy?
Okay. Well, I cannot claim to have seen anything unusual exactly. I will say that things have not been the same here since Ulad left. Somber doesn't do it justice.
The only reason unexpected... Chet. The only really unexpected change I've seen as of late is Lay's attitude towards Cramboy. He really seems to have warmed to him. Why, he even went so far as to initiate a conversation the other day.
Ooh. Ha! He spoke to me, 'tis true. 'Twas not out of fondness. He merely hates me very slightly less than he values Ulad's safe return.
Fair enough. Hello,
Wait.
little sincere seminarian.
No, don't.
Oh, I'd already
Or-
clicked on...
Too late?
Yeah.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. How's that? Oh, yeah. One of the seniors told me she'd been diagnosed with something called lung rot, and that she's too weak to attend any of her classes. Thinking back, I did hear her coughing from time to time. I had no idea it was anything so serious. And checking with him again. Gods, I hope whatever she has isn't contagious. I used to sit near her in the library.
Oh dear.
And back to Genchet.
Don't believe a word of it. Lay's come to fancy Cramavoy nearly as much as he does Thimosent.
Oh dear. And let's double check the despondent.
It's been quite lonely without Blaze around to keep me company. Cramavoy?
Okay. I don't think he's changed since he didn't have a quest marker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the quest markers that should change.
Such a
Let's
noise?
start with Saturn Wall. Welcome back, Mr. Zizfrath. Though the news of Ula's abrupt departure yet weighs heavily upon all our minds, I am certain your presence within our hallowed halls will help put a good many hearts at ease. I don't know why.
CERN.
Lebrassa?
Lebrassa?
Or
Oh, you went
Stern?
around.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Stern.
No, that's fine. That's fine. The lessons of Volume 11 seem to resonate deeply with Ula. She would oft stay up into the small hours reading and rereading them. Mayhap they spurred her to steal away in the night to take up with the revolutionaries.
Oh dear.
Check him. For some, merely to learn is enough. Others, meanwhile, feel compelled to put every teaching into practice. Needless to say, Ula falls into the second category. I only pray that her misguided actions do not have any long-term repercussions for this scholasticate. Lebassois. Though some were shocked by the news of Ula's departure, Hareband has worked tirelessly to reassure the student body that it is all for the best. Yeah, okay,
Really?
Hareband.
Really now?
How many times must I say this? Ula was not coerced into leaving, nor was she abducted, nor did she die from a fictitious disease. She quit the scholasticate of her own free will for reasons known only to her and the Fury. Really, is it so difficult to understand? And checking with him. I should not complain, I suppose, since Ula departed. Those broom rats have scarce shown their faces here, and the scholasticate has been much the better for their absence. Were it not for all these infernal rumors, everything would be exactly as it should be. Yeah, pity
see about that.
And Saturnaw. Welcome back, Mistresses Frith. What a pleasant surprise it is to see you. How might I be of service to you this day?
We went through him before.
Now he has a question marker.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Because we went through everyone else.
I still didn't see it. I went outside.
Was your little bun brain hopping to conclusions?
Yes?
Theomison. Ah, in the wake of Ula's withdrawal, he and Lay have devoted their every waking moment to the task of uncovering her whereabouts. They are quite adamant that the girl must be found and persuaded to resume her studies here. As a matter of fact, they approached me earlier today to beg leave to travel to Gorgane Mills, claiming that a trip there would yield the information they needed to accomplish their aim. No sooner had I granted their request than they rushed off. Such compassion and eagerness to serve others is a rarity even among the clergy. I cannot tell you how proud I am of what fine young men they have become. Are they really ready for a trip to Gorgane Mills?
I'm not ready for a trip to Gorgane Mills. That place is freaking cold. And I'm in short shorts.
I know only that they intended to travel to Gorgane Mills. They left me no time to inquire any further. Right, time to go to Gorgane Mills.
Indeed.
Again.
Oh, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you enjoy.
Okay then.
Off to Gorgane Mills. That place is so cold.
Yeah. This is at least the third time that we get a plot point there. I think the fourth.
Mm-hmm. It's a hopping place for something that's snowed in constantly.
Abandoned.
Yeah.
Hasn't been occupied for 5 years.
Well, it is now. It's like the most occupied farmstead ever.
Something like that.
Why does the train have to be so cold? Oh, right, the calamity. Never mind.
Yes. Yes.
Blame
It's
everything
slowly
on the
thawing.
calamity.
Give it another decade or so. Eorzea,
Quack, quack.
you have your warm feathers on. You're gonna need them.
Yeah, considering we're flying into a blizzard.
It's Corythus. When is there not a blizzard?
I don't know. We got a really nice starry night with Aurora Borealis a little while ago.
This is true. You know, the real reason why it's so rare to see those in this zone is it's so rare to see the night sky.
Fair enough.
You can't even see the end of the bridge here. Wow.
No, it's socked in pretty dang good.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, we're going to the cemetery over here. Woohoo.
Okay. Well
Play.
then, what are you two? Do my eyes deceive me? Surely that can't be you two. What brings you to Gorgane Mills? You
You.
two? Tonya, Rena, is it really you? That we should be reunited thus amidst the snowy peaks of Corythus is cold. Why, it is nothing short of a miracle. I sense the hand of the divine at work. Halone has answered our prayers. My prayer is for warmer weather.
Indeed.
Theo. Rena and Ladunia have no idea what you're talking about. By all means explain, but do it slowly and from the beginning. My apologies. Excitement got the better of me. Ladunia, Rena, this is the resting place of Father Choiseul, the man who found room in his heart for 2 waves from the street, granting them the opportunity to rise above their station in life. Do you perchance recall the book that was stolen from Theo and burned by that lost soul we once thought of as a brother? It was one of the last mementos we had of the man. Now all that's left to remind us of him is this place. Indeed. And while we often came here to seek solace and guidance in his blessed presence, today our purpose is more practical. With our search for Ula at an impasse, we had hoped he might grant us inspiration. And that is why I believe our meeting with you here in this our hour of need is a sign from above. Mayhap the work of Father Trousseau himself. Probably not. It might be Halone, though. I take it from this that we are not meant to bear this burden alone, that the obstacles we face can only be surmounted by working in concert with others. Going to a concert?
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Do you suppose it's a new world?
No, it's probably the FF7 concert that they were live streaming earlier this afternoon.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You didn't tell me.
I didn't watch. We were busy trying to get a map to pop and failing.
Ula's disappearance has thrown the Scholasticate into turmoil, and the long-simmering mistrust between those of noble and ignoble birth has boiled over into outright hatred. Now, more than ever, we must seek to join hands with like-minded souls who understand that this malice will only serve to sow further discord. Like-minded souls such as you. Reminded at all? I am reminded of the words of Volume 11 of the Articles of Hellenic Polity. Of the Furies' love will all men receive, and by the balance of her spear will all be set free. We must strive to love our neighbor even as we love ourselves, just as Halone does. To do otherwise is to defy her will. Yes, and while we will surely be rewarded for our tolerance, the highborn bastards who would sooner pretend that passage doesn't exist won't be so lucky. Why, they may even find themselves on the receiving end of her spear for everything they put us through. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I?
Yes,
we still haven't found a single clue as to Ula's whereabouts. Fear not, Lay. With Ladunia at our side, I have faith that we shall find her, and she will soon retake her rightful place in the hallowed halls of Saint Endelam's Scholasticate.
You do realize you two are the brains of the operation, right? Right?
I thought that was Briardian.
Well, yes. But it's definitely not us.
I hope you're right. At any rate, we've done what we came to do, so there's no point freezing our horses off out here until we meet again.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Relia is just going, yeah, the only thing you can count on getting from Halone is her spear. Point first.
That is the way
a few dozen
works.
times.
Yes. Oh, and a lot of ice AoEs. Lots of ice AoEs.
Oh, yeah.
Even more than that.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, spoilers! I feel bad. I've kind of abandoned a lot of my
You have a
alls.
beacon to guide you in.
Yes, this beacon is a godsend.
It really does work.
I would be so lost in Forest without it.
Yeah. It's a neat bit of design and everything, and then it's actually practical.
Mm-hmm. I wish the airship tower in Tuliolao lit up a little better.
Yeah.
It kind of acts as the same thing. The trick is trying to get above the treetops to see it.
Right.
And back to the Scholastic. This way. Looks like Bjardian's gone to investigate things.
Well, he said he was.
Despondent.
See if they've changed.
It is a true pity when the Scholasticate isn't known for its warm and inviting atmosphere. It never has been so austere. If Blaze were here, things would be a tad more bearable. But she has very little time for me as late. I think she's a Blaze fangirl.
Something like that.
It pains me a great deal to see the nonchalance that most of the students here have displayed regarding Ola's disappearance. It seems they are too busy to feel concern for anyone but themselves. A very impetuous attitude to take, if you ask me. As a pupil of the seminaria, it is our burden to put another's needs before our own. Mr. Sincere?
I, too, have once checked out Volume 11 of the Articles of Hellenic Polity. When I went to return it, however, I had the misfortune of being spotted by one of our most conservative seniors. After being reprimanded for hours on how the far-fetched notions penned within corrupt the mind, I shan't be caught dead with it again.
Oh boy.
And Mr. Stern. Until recently, the students paid little heed to Volume 11's existence. It's only once it vanished off the shelves along with Ula that their interest was finally piqued. It's one of the few to have leafed through its pages, now constantly being besieged with questions. They fail to realize is that a single sweep of the text does not constitute a deeper understanding of what is written within. Oh, okay, that's honest enough.
So that's annoying.
And yep. Mr. Sistreth, I trust you were able to find Theomosant and Lay? Yes.
Yes, and it was very, very cold.
Makes this place seem warm. I see. Yes, the two of them have always shared a special bond with Father Chusseau, one that only seems to have grown stronger with his passing. It is encouraging to see that they have taken their lessons to heart and continue to work so fervently for the good of their fellow students. I fear, however, that a dark and treacherous path lies ahead of them. I only pray that when the time comes, they're ready for whatever challenges await. And such challenges are...
Dun, dun, dun.
Through the grapevine. You heard it through the grapevine. Father Saturnine wears a troubled frown. Isn't everybody around here? Mistress's friend, just the woman I was hoping to see. I am sorry to say that a rather disturbing rumor has been circulating around the Scholasticate of late. One which claims that Eorzea arranged for Ula to be taken away. That the boy scorns those who favor different interpretations of the scriptures, I do not deny, but I labor to believe he would go so far. To engage in such conduct would risk not only his own position as prefect, but the very honor of House Zabel, both of which mean a great deal to him. Regretfully, no one seems to know whence these ridiculous rumors came. They could have been concocted by anyone, and for any number of reasons. In any event, with many still unsure of what to make of Ula's sudden withdrawal, these wild accusations have only served to deepen the divide between her seminarians. At this rate, I fear others may decide they no longer wish to remain at the Scholasticate, and so I would be most grateful if you would consent to investigate this matter. Should you oblige my request, I suggest you begin by speaking with Lebessois. I am told he has spent the last few days looking into Ula's activities prior to her departure, likely with the intent to absolve Eorzea of suspicion. Double check him. Lebessois will be in the pillars, like as not. He often goes there to ruminate. He's a ruminant?
Does that mean he has a double stomach?
Yes. Thank you. You went where I was headed.
Yeah, this entire place is like junior high, isn't it? You coming?
Yeah, none of the others have changed. Since there's a new quest I wanted to double check.
Yeah, maybe it's best I don't do this quest as monk. I mean, looking like a hellspawn does not help.
Somebody?
Or what?
You might accidentally punch someone?
Yeah, that too. But I was thinking, looking like a hellspawn in the middle of the Scholasticate was, poor manners.
There is something to be said for that. Actually, and as much as you might enjoy it, it is not punch-in time.
No. I don't think we get punch-in time.
Not around here, and not if Grarian has anything to say about it. He'll glare at you over his glasses.
Yeah, I'm probably going to.
That said, as you go through things, do keep in mind... Yeah, you clipped me. Do keep in mind what class you're in.
That's why I stopped and turned around and waited for you. I expected you to catch up, but no, you stubbed your toe on a statue.
And that was after clearing a couple of other obstacles.
I think he's over there.
Maybe. Oh, hi, Artoriel.
Yeah, which chef actually found the 1980 cookbook on cafeteria pizza It was
Oh
kind
dear.
of scary, actually.
Let me guess. You caught wind of the rumors and thought you would come and investigate. Yes. Yes. We're simple-minded like that. Well, I'll have you know what Archibald is. I'll have you know that Archibald is innocent. He has nothing, absolutely nothing, to do with any of this nonsense. I've known him since childhood. While he might occasionally seem somewhat high-handed, mayhap even callous, he would never do anything to harm anyone. If that is not enough, there is also the fact that in the days and weeks prior to Ula's disappearance, I was not out of his company for more than a few moments. He could not possibly have committed the crime of which he is accused without my knowledge. Whoever orchestrated all of this clearly planned for the blame to fall squarely on his shoulders. That much is certain. Yet numerous as the enemies of House Zamel are, I struggle to think of who would resort to something so underhanded. Unless it was the girl herself. Don't you see? What better way to besmirch the good name of one of Ishgard's foremost houses and win over your peers than to vanish and later spread rumors that he was somehow responsible, and then to go and plant that is to say. Oh, by the Fury, I pray I'm not making a mistake. But first, I would have you swear to tell none but the inspector what I am about to reveal. Stoic nod. It's a hand. I stumbled across this, volume 11 of the Articles of Hellenic Polity. It had been conspicuously placed in Archibald's dormitory room, with Ula's favorite bookmark tucked between its pages. I need hardly tell you what would happen if people were to learn of this. 'Tis but a mercy that I chanced upon it and not one more credulous. However, now that we have deduced who the perpetrator is, it should be simple enough to restore Archibald's reputation. All we need to do is prove she and her revolutionary friends are responsible. Were I a braver and more foolish man, I would march down to the broom and demand answers. But you, heroes blessed with the strength of 100, need not fear for your well-being there as I do.
Do I get
Also,
to
we
punch
have
things?
friends there. Unlike you.
Huh?
Probably not.
Oh.
You two are my only hope. Please, I beg of you, take the book and use it to find the girl and prove these foul rumors false. I don't think the book has a guide to where she is. Unless she wrote it on her bookmark.
Okay.
Yeah, this place can be a maze.
It doesn't help that we've got quests pointing out to other areas.
Yes. Okay, he is up. Since you were talking about the broom so much, I was thinking we were going down.
Yeah, but no. We need to talk to Briardi.
Who did not get the memo. Yet.
There was a memo?
He's about to get the memo.
Oh.
It's written on the back of the bookmark.
Hello, Briardian.
Ah, Rena, Ladonia, you are returned. Please tell me your inquiries have been more fruitful than mine own. Kind of?
We have a book.
Volume 11 of the Articles of Hellenic Polity. The infamous tome of parables on equality said to have mysteriously vanished off the library shelves shortly prior to Ula's equally inexplicable disappearance. It's the missing volume. However did you find it?
You're
It
gonna like
was
this one.
handed to us. So Leversois believes that Ula or one of her revolutionary friends planted it in Urchinbaden's room as part of an elaborate scheme to defame House Zamel. I continue to be amazed by what ridiculous conspiracies these children can convince themselves are true. As if the future of Ishgardian society shall be shaped by the actions of some few ambitious seminarians. Anyway, I will allow that she may have been consorting with others who supported the Reformation. And were she permitted to engage in rebellious acts, the dormitory prefect would have been an ideal target. Alternatively, Archambaddon was so arrogant and careless that he thought nothing of leaving incriminating evidence in plain sight. He would hardly be the first. Needless to say, speculation will avail us naught at this juncture. First, I must see what I can learn from this book. In the meantime, I would have you go and speak with the people of the Broom. See what they know, if anything, about Ula. Where she might have gone, whom she might have visited, and so forth. Failing that, keep your ears open for news of unusual happenings. One can never be too well informed. Open ears. I think we can do this. Ow. If a young woman like Ula has spent any time in the Broom, someone is bound to have taken notice. Nevertheless, if you fail to learn aught of value, it may be prudent to ask for the latest gossip.
Right. Now we go question the Broom.
Yes. And start rolling on the rumor table.
Will it include day-old pizza?
That's the pizza generation, the random pizza generation table. No, this is the rumor table. This is where you learn things like Reark means I surrender in Goblin. You don't remember that one? That's like one of the most infamous ones.
What does it mean?
It's a false rumor. I think it means like kill them.
Of course it does.
The I surrender is a false rumor in Keep on the Borderlands.
Right. I had a feeling. Why so slow?
Because I'm not a ninja. And I'm freezing.
Okay, that's an acceptable one. Hello, Golden.
You're not about to ask me to do you a favor, are you? You'll forgive me for being suspicious. But just the other day, a man draped from head to toe in fine silks approached me, all nervous and twitching. He tossed a purse at my feet, saying the gill in it was mine for the taking. All I had to do was head to the cruiser and buy him a couple vials of cough syrup. Tempting as it was, I wasn't about to risk getting involved in someone's shady schemes, so I told him to piss off, and that was that. He is a smart man. Anyone with an ounce of sense would have done the same. There's always a catch, friend, and for that much gil, I reckon it would have been fatal.
Yeah, he's a smart man. Hello, Ben.
Leave me be. I got nothing to say to the likes of you. What was that? You think I might have helped kidnap some highborn girl? God's sakes. You and the most innocent make a fine pair, you do, acting all high and mighty, pretending you care. The only time you come around is when you're looking for someone to blame. Sorry to disappoint you, but I've got nothing to do with this Ula's disappearance. Did we say her name? If you ask me, you'd have better luck harassing those blue bloods in the pillars. After all, they know better than anyone how to deal with inconveniences, eh? Did we say her name to you? Why are you still here? Haven't you bothered me enough for one day?
Yeah. We'll be back.
Maybe.
Making my ears twitch.
Uh-huh.
This place really needs chairs.
Yes, it does. What does Halone have against chairs?
Good question.
If we ever meet her, we should ask her about that.
Mm-hmm.
I distinctly recall telling you once that my patrons appreciate their privacy. Still, I know you wouldn't ask if it weren't important, so this time I will oblige your curiosity. This hasn't got anything to do with your missing girl, mind, but a few days back, this one fellow comes and pays his tab in full. Surprising development, as I'd long since written it off as a loss. Came into money, he says, and has a mind to settle his debts. Pleased as I am by his changing fortunes, all the while I'm wondering who he left bleeding in an alley to get that much gil at once.
Good question.
Tales of honest men going from rags to riches are just that, mere fairy tales. He didn't say how he got it, and I didn't ask. I wish you had. I understand why you didn't, but I wish you had.
The fact that our characters now lean into turns makes me amused.
We use motorcycles.
Oh, people do lean into turns. Depending on the speed they're going.
Yeah.
Can't get there from here.
It's a Shigard.
Yeah. Not quite as bad as, like, old, the Rabbit Warren.
Oh boy, yes.
Oh, God. I'm just happy that they no longer split their cities in half anymore with load screens.
Yeah. I really wish they'd redo them all into one zone now that they don't have to support the PlayStation 3.
I don't remember the towers being that golden. Tilt
Maybe?
your camera up.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe? I remember them being bluish. But they're golden.
They turn gold in the fall.
Apparently. Like an Arctic fox getting their winter coat.
Excellent timing, you two. I have findings to share. While Ula's bookmark suggests that Volume 11 was within her possession at some point, it does not tell us when that point may have been. With this in mind, I decided to pay a visit to the seminary library. Sure enough, her signature was in the logs, indicating that she was the last person to have borrowed the tome. I compared the handwriting to samples from her old assignments to be sure, and found no irregularities. One might argue that this supports Lebrasar's theory, but it is far from conclusive evidence. I suppose you cannot use those vaunted powers of yours to grant us a vision of the past and spare us further hardship.
Nope, it only happens when the...
No, I don't think the Echo's gonna dig you out of this one.
Only when it's plot relevant, and this is a side story. Sorry.
I thought not. Then we shall rely on more traditional methods. So, what came of your inquiries in the broom? Do tell. Nothing, but that is to be expected, is it not? I wouldn't say nothing, just very little. Again, I am reminded how ridiculous the two scenarios presented to us purporting grand conspiracies truly are. Is it not more likely that both the girl and Archibald are innocent of wrongdoing? We must continue searching for more clues. Even the most insignificant tidbit may be all it takes for the pieces of this puzzle to fall into place.
Can you, like, spin us back in time real quick? And, that would be a no, wouldn't it? He walks away.
Only when it's time loop relevant. A familial resemblance. Rarian is eager to continue his investigation. Seeing how reluctant some of the citizens were to answer your questions, I believe it best for me to take over investigations in the borough. Think you're gonna get more answers than us? Okay. As for you two, yes, I'm given to understand that Blaze and her friends have been conducting their own investigation. Though I am loath to admit it, given the fact that they are seminarians, I should not be surprised if they've noticed something we overlooked. You may as well go and see what Blaze has learned. If you cannot find her at the Scholasticate, I imagine someone can point you in the right direction. Time is of the essence, for we still cannot discount the possibility that the girl is in danger. I still just hear him tell me that I should hurry.
Yeah. Wow. Miss Despondent.
Well then.
That is a question I, too, would like to know the answer to. It feels as though we haven't spoken in ages. I did, however, overhear some of the other seminarians say that they saw Theomosin at the Ark of the Vulnerable. So, Eorzea is certain to be close by.
Double check with her. Yep.
If you hurry, you might still be able to catch them.
That'd be good. Chad.
Oh, what with them both working to bring Ula back, Theomosin and Blaze have... Sorry, give me a sec. Oh, what with them both working to bring Ula back, Theomosin and Blaze have good reason to spend a great deal of time together. These past few days, they've been running around the city making inquiries. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they were up to today. Oh, I went on to the sincere. We'll come back to... And I clicked through like an idiot.
Hasn't she been following Theomosin around like a lost puppy this last fortnight? Find him and you'll probably find her, that's what I say. Since I don't know how he puts up with it, frankly, I suppose that, unlike some of the seniors, he's simply too kind for his own good. Ouch. And double-checking him. Theomosin? I haven't the slightest idea where he could be. And Chen?
Precisely where they may have gone, I cannot say. Mayhap one of the other seminarians might know. Hello, Stern.
Mayhap. Blaze? I haven't seen her all day. I expect she's gone out again with her friends to look for Ula. Still don't understand why they bother. The girl's probably off gallivanting about with heretics and revolutionaries. Even if they find her, I doubt she'll want to return. I'm sorry I could not be of any help. Rest assured, however, that if I do hear aught of Blaze, I shall be sure to tell you. Bonsoir. Have you or the inspector managed to deduce anything from the book yet? Pray apprise me of your progress when you're able. Pardon? Of course I don't know where she is. While I may be in charge of the dormitory, it is not my responsibility to hold the seminarians' hands or wipe their arses. As you should well know in light of recent events, Hareband has not the luxury to concern himself with such trivialities. Many thanks. If you're here to ask after another seminarian, allow me to spare you the trouble. I don't know where anyone is or what they might be doing. Good day.
Well, good day to you,
just a ray of sunshine.
Hello, Live Swing. Welcome back.
Hey, Live. Time to head out to the pillars. We're back to investigating a disappearance.
Actually, no, we can cut through.
Complete with dramatic organ music.
Dun dun dun. It's this guard. It's organs, pipe organs all the way down.
Yes, yes it is.
Clip you again.
Yes,
Sorry.
always. Not sorry enough.
You're right. I'm not. Please. Where have you been, girl?
Stuck in a cinematic, apparently.
You startled me. I'm here for Ula's sake, lest you wonder. This is all part of my investigation. I swear.
Well, yeah, what else would you be doing?
Wait, you're not a seminarian, and yet you seem so familiar. Ah, I know. You're my brother's associate. By brother, you mean...
Right. Oh, yes.
My apologies, Mistress Rena, Mistress Ladonia. I suppose I've yet to be properly introduced. I'm Blaze, Briardian's younger sister, and a pleasure to finally meet you. So, he sent you to see what I've learned? I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. I spent all day questioning merchants, watchmen, and random passers-by. They told me absolutely nothing of interest. I recorded their statements for good measure, but quite honestly, it was a waste of ink and paper.
Blaze, what are you doing here?
Theo, I fancy meeting you here. I was just taking a moment to review these testimonies that I had taken and thought to,
But of course, you then thought to come and share your findings with us.
Yes, that's it. While it might be a bit much, I wanted to make sure I did not omit a single word.
By the Fury Blaze, this is over 100 films long. Cannot even begin to imagine the amount of effort it took to organize all this information. It's incredibly heartening to know that there are others as dedicated as us to seeing Ula returned. Now, let's have a look, shall we? Investigation Log Entry 1, Master of Ishgardian Markets, Mr. Selassie. Problems? Well, with this recent run of bad weather, we've had plenty. Why, just the other day, my back started to give me trouble again, and I've had to hobble from place to place. Investigation Log Entry 2, House for Tom Stewart, Honoroi. I cannot guarantee that this news will be of great interest to you and yours, but a 12-point proposal for the reformation of the Inquisition has recently been tabled by Lord Eorzea in the House of Lords. She's thorough, I'll give her that much.
Yep.
Investigation Log Entry 10, Weaponsmith, Albert. Ever since the blue bastard and his lapdog put an end to the war, profits have plummeted. I've had to sell my best stock for a fraction of its worth just to make ends meet.
Oh, I'm sorry. That might have been my fault.
Well, don't worry, he's not blaming us.
Yeah, he's blaming Estinian.
Yes! Investigation Log Entry 21, Corvery, Mestano. I've barely enough time to fill my customers' orders, much less keep an eye out for foolish... God damn it, Pharaoh, that's enough! None of that rubbish is even remotely relevant.
Are you sure?
Now, don't you think you're being a touch too hasty? We've not gotten even a third of the way through. We may yet learn something of value. Let's not dismiss Blaze's hard work out of hand.
Thank you, Theo, for your kind words. I'm glad you think it may be of use.
Fine, let us briefly entertain this thought and say that something in these notes will help us find Ula. How exactly do you propose that we determine what that is? Lay, we needn't do a thing, for that we may lack the skill to discern the relevant from the mundane. A certain inspector we know and love is a dab hand at such things, no? But of course, Inspector Briardian! Brilliant idea, Kremavoy. Adonia, Rena, if you would, take this scroll to him and see what he can make of it. This is going to be a big scroll. I doubt even he could make heads or tails of this rubbish. In any event, it's out of our hands. We should continue with our search. Hop.
We need to hop along to the hop-along.
Ooh.
No, not Inspector Hildebrand. We've got some times before we'll poke
Thank
him again.
goodness.
Yeah.
I dare to... I shudder to think of what that fool would do in this particular China shop. It would not be pretty.
No, it never is.
We meet again. Doubtless you have much to share. I know I do. Do you recall Gillifron's patron who recently paid off his debts and the gentleman attempting to obtain cough syrups? Yes. On further investigation, it turns out they share one astoundingly similar facial feature, a pale, raised scar running from the top of their left cheekbone to their jaw. It so happens that this description also matches that of a notorious thug who was known to hang around outside taverns and harass patrons for coin, until an unexpected windfall saw his fortunes vastly improve. He is now rumored to make a living as a traveling merchant, though where he goes and what he sells, none can say. We shall find out in due time. But enough of my discoveries. What have you learned?
A whole lot of busy work.
We've learned that your sister has been very, very busy.
Yes. And diligent.
Blaze's notes. A scroll full of testimonies written in Blaze's meticulous hand, outlining any dubious activities shopkeepers and citizens of the Jeweled Cruiser have recently witnessed. Maybe there's a record of someone buying cough syrup. By the Fury, this is longer than some scripture. And she compiled it all in less than a single day, you say? Remarkable. Investigation log, entry 1, Master of Ishgardian Markets, Mistress Elasse, problems. Well, with this recent run of bad weather, we've had plenty. Why, just the other day, my back started to give me trouble again, and I've had to hobble from place to place. On the other hand, the cruiser has seen increasing trading in oils, furs, and other goods folks begin to crave when it grows cold. So in that regard, I can't complain. Investigation log, entry 13, Purveyor of Sundries, Pastivel. The other day, there was this one fellow who wanted to purchase robes for a young woman. A merchant, he said, but I've never known one who couldn't be bothered to haggle. Not that I minded, of course. Investigation log, entry 21, Curvery, Mestino. I've barely enough time to fill my customers' orders, much less keep an eye out for foolish girls getting themselves into trouble. Now, if you would excuse me, I really must be getting back to it. I'm expecting several regular customers any minute. Investigation log, entry 47, Apothecary, Tien. Messino has brought my whole stock of cough syrup every day for the past week. Passing strange, needless to say. So I followed him and found that he was reselling my products to another. The nerve of some people, I tell you.
Really? Hello, FK.
Really?
Good to see you again.
Yes. We're in the middle of an investigation. Gentleman procuring cough medicines through a third party. That story has a familiar ring to it, does it not? A man with a questionable past, recently come into wealth and playing at being a merchant, who so happens to travel with a young girl prone to fits of coughing. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Ladunia?
I'm thinking.
Yes, but Burlaugh chafes me so.
The medicine is key? Maybe? I'm kind of stretching my brain cells with this one.
I thought I smelled something burning.
No?
Perhaps not. It seems to me that Mestino appears to be colluding with our man. In time, you may come to understand how I reached this conclusion. But first, we must pay a visit to his stall. Dramatic organ music. Hi, Alex.
Ooh,
Finding
it's the finger
law.
of accusation? Or is that
Objection!
the finger... I was about to say, is that the finger of objection?
Yes. Raritan is on the verge of a breakthrough. Oh, don't break the windows while you're at it. Given how poorly this man has covered his tracks, I'm inclined to believe that he will come to the cruiser sooner rather than later to procure the usual assortment of goods. Let us head there. We must follow the trail while it is still fresh.
Dale trails are so yesterday anyway. Come on, Slowpoke.
Oh, hush. Hey, Honoroi. I'm Annalane.
There you are, Rarity. What are you doing here?
Hiding. Our suspect could arrive at any moment. Keep your eyes peeled.
That's gonna be hard. Peeling eyeballs?
Painful.
Yeah, that too.
If he comes this way to purchase food and medicines from Mestino as frequently as Blaze's notes indicate, we shouldn't have long. Ladonia, Rena, over there. That scar, those robes. That's our man. A pleasure to see you again, sir. The usual. Aye, and don't forget the you-know-what. Hurry. We mustn't let him out of our sight.
Oh, is this where we do plant sneaky sneak?
Maybe?
Maybe that's
Except Plan Sneaky Sneak doesn't exist yet in this expansion.
Aww. But I can sneak with the best of them. Except my weapons are... okay, I put my weapons away, so... that works. I was like, I'm going to hide in my glowing weapon... and my glowing weapons.
Yeah. Totally not hide in shadows worthy.
No! Fail!
I think the Centaur Thief in Castle Greyhawk had like a minus 50% to hide in shadows.
The one that gets me is, I know there's a couple different elephant races in D&D, and all of them have like gigantic and this negative to stealth, and they're super loud and stompy, and you obviously don't know elephants very well, do you? They are some of the most sneaky.
They are still large.
The thing is, you don't
They're like
hear
the
them
T-Rexes
coming.
in what was the name of the crater?
Oh, Ungirl Crater and WoW.
Yes, yeah, they're about as sneaky as the T-Rexes there.
Chomp. that place was hilarious.
Our suspect just passed through the Ark of the Worthy, where there are like to be fewer people. Take care not to be spotted. How can we not be spotted? We have to talk to the guy to get the gate open. might want to mount for this. Yes. Hi, Eorzea.
I was already on it. Eorzea was coming out to help.
So, Inspector Eorzea is on the case.
Quick way.
Glad somebody intelligent is here. It would appear our subject is not alone. He has a guard with him. I should like very much to know the contents of that carriage. Keep them distracted while I sneak past, will you? Approach them and announce you're here to conduct a surprise inspection. You will undoubtedly command their full attention for a sufficient amount of time. Are you ready? Very good. Maybe you will get to punch things.
Should I change? Stay ninja.
I think stabbing them will be good enough.
Okay.
With the chat mode and say, right. Inspection? What in the seven hells are you on about? You're no temple knight. You've no right, unless... Hey, I'm an Azure Dragoon. What more do I need? I trust the goods have been properly secured, and the carriage is ready for a quick getaway if necessary. You know, that's not nearly quite enough with these ears. Right then, where were we? Yes, we will not be consenting to your inspection. Now kindly piss off. Damn it, boy, what are you doing? My apologies, sir. I thought I saw movement around back. Maybe I should go and check. Idiot, can't you see this goon is intent on starting a fight? Take care of her first and conduct your checks after. As for you, you should have run while you still had the chance. You're saying that to someone in this armor?
And there goes Birdie.
Hush, give it away. That might have been excessive. What do you think?
I didn't finish
Dragonfire
my
dive is probably a little
rotation.
excessive for them.
Well,
Who's a good burb who's not running anywhere?
What do we have here?
Oh, ho. Madonia, Rena, it was as we suspected. I think this was all you. The thug and his guard have been holding Ula hostage in the back of this carriage ever since she vanished. Though this ordeal has undoubtedly caused her a deal of distress, she does not appear to be physically injured. While you are doubtless eager to question her, as I am, she must be given time to rest and recuperate. These two, on the other hand, need not be afforded any such consideration. You there! What is the meaning of this?
Oh, hi.
We were just inspecting this wagon. Ah, it seems that earlier commotion has drawn the attention of the guards. Excellent. They can deal with the ruffians. Yeah, we'd like to charge these two guys with kidnapping. And she's not even a kid.
Depends on her age. She still might qualify as a kid.
I shall escort Ula to the Scholastica dormitory and speak with the instructors. When all has been settled, let us speak again at St. Raymond's Cathedral.
Okie dokie.
Ah, yes, the ward.
Okay, that's good to know. Thanks for the heads up, Doodles. I'll try and remember to mention it to him tomorrow. He's already kind of wandered off to bed.
Yes. That's very good to know.
And we are starting to look at having him do more cons. I'd join him if I wasn't so sicky sick. Well,
yeah.
I make a correction. I am not sicky sick right now. I would be if I attended a con.
Yes.
Oh, gods, I hate that. Nope, we want to go this way. This way and through. Yeah. And then right here is where we clip Ladonia on a post. No, she made it!
Umph.
What?
Umph.
You know the way yourself. You don't have to follow me.
You sure?
Maybe?
Don't follow me, I'm lost.
Hi, Lost. Nice to meet you.
You should be glad to hear that Ula will be fine. Sister Gaetel is with her now, tending to her needs as we speak.
So, what next?
I expect she will soon be strong enough to answer our questions. Until then, however, we must make do with what information the Temple Knights can extract from the kidnappers. Unfortunately, while the ruffians confessed to abducting Ula in exchange for a large sum of gil, they have told us little else of value thus far. Apparently, their employer draped themselves in such thick furs that they could not even say if they were a man or a woman. They claim this cloaked figure offered no explanation as to why they wanted them to snatch the girl and keep her confined to the carriage indefinitely. And so they had no choice but to keep moving to stay ahead of the Temple Knights and await further instructions. Hopefully, we will learn more as the interrogations progress. I fear, however, our mastermind has cloaked themselves in layer upon layer of secrecy, and it will take more than a few pointed questions to penetrate all of them. But regardless of how well they have hidden their intentions and their identity, we will bring them to justice soon enough. And once we learn all that we can from our friends in the Temple Knight's custody, as well as Ula, we will be that much closer to restoring peace to the Scholasticate.
Dun dun dun.
To shine the light of truth upon the secrets buried in the dark, the children once more come together that they may know her power and her glory. And that's it for this chapter.
So, I say if next week we do the containment base, why don't we go log out in the 7th heaven?
Yes. Which is that? Okay, that's the bar in Mordona. Okay. I'm not used to hearing its name.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize
yes.
that's its name. But yeah, it's the Seventh Heaven.
Yep, sounds good.
Everyone just forgets that there's a bar there and only sees the rising stone.
Yeah. Given like 3 expansions from now, spoilers. Somebody knew something when they named it that.
Maybe. We'll be back with you later, Seer. Promise.
Yep. Maybe. Yeah, we got through all of that tonight. And Hildebrand should be shorter.
We shall see. I mean, there's a lot of story actually wrapped up around the containment in Maze, so that might take a night, especially if we have to wait for some...
That, too.
To pop.
Yeah.
All aboard the Eorzea Express.
Woohoo!
Now leaving, runway
But still,
3.
Still, I think no more than 2 more weeks for this.
And then we're on to 0.55?
3.5. We're on 3.4 now.
Well,
5.5 won't be for a little
no,
bit.
it'd be
it's kind of separate.
5.5.
Yeah.
So
3.5.
Okay, 3.5. Yeah. There's a reason why I didn't say the point in there. Suppose it'd be 0.55.
Yes. And that we won't be to for a little bit.
0.55?
Yeah. We'll just be to 0.5.
Okay.
Because it is kind of separate.
Yes, it is. But that's kind of where things really kind of hit the fan.
It's a pretty big fan. Uh-oh.
Why does the Wandering Minstrel want to sing us another lullaby? His lullabies scare me.
Let's get it over with. Who lives, who dies, who retells your story? The Wandering Minstrel seeks inspiration for a new masterpiece and believes the tale of your ultimate confrontation with the Colossus might very well provide it.
Oh no.
Ultimate?
Oh no.
I am not ready for any ultimates.
Ultimate for T would be unlocked by this.
Well met, friends. Might you perchance be able to shed some light on a most remarkable rumor that has reached mine ears? That of a time-straddling hero who did rescue the gobby flock of Idleshire from a treasure most dire.
No, I think this is just Savage Unlock. Which, yeah.
They said ultimate. But yeah, it didn't have a meaning yet. Ah, but the 12 smile upon me today is a stirring tale indeed, and one made more affecting by the unadorned manner in which you tell it. A struggle for the future so grand as to span the boundaries of time and space. Would that I had been there to witness it with my own eyes. I must say, mine interest was especially piqued by the part about turning back time. If I understand correctly, had you triumphed over the giant only for the goblins to reverse the flow of time, thereby compelling you to do battle over and over and over again, the primal's power would have grown to nigh infinite proportions. While we must all thank the 12 that you and your companions were able to break this vicious cycle, as a performer, I must confess to some curiosity over how the final battle of such a foe might unfold. Not that I want for inspiration, of course. Your tale is more than sufficient. Even now my muse stirs within me. Hearken unto my song. Must we?
Do we have a choice?
In the breast of the giant the crystal did stand, whose hunger for aether spelled death for the land. And thus did our hero swear never to cease, till she'd torn out the heart of the great metal beast. Yet for all of her labors, both bruising and brave, the goblin stood poised to make history their slave. The giant, however, had plans of its own, and plucked from the goblins their dream of a home. For it saw but one way to set history aright, a champion of ages, a hero of light. So the giant now sleeps as it did once before, and a moment repeated, forever and more. You will forgive me if I took certain liberties in my retelling of your tale. An audience are demanding a lot, and they have come to expect a certain grandeur from my work. Mine only regret is that I was not able to weave every remarkable detail of this most improbable adventure of yours into my humble composition. Of particular interest to me was the recurring theme of desires and dreams, and the power they may come to hold. Though I possess no ancient relic to grant form to one's wishes, might it not be said that music has a similar power, albeit in a more intangible sense? Should your travels chance to take you back to the scene of your triumph, pray reflect on your adventures with my song in your heart. You may yet be surprised by what you see. Boy, if that doesn't demand a dramatic organ sting, I don't know what does.
Yeah, that was the Savage Unlock.
Yes, it was. Not staying out here in the bar, huh?
Oh, yeah, we should probably stay out in the bar.
This is why nobody remembers that there's a bar out there.
Exactly. And poor Boysenay keeps wondering why he gets no customers.
Yeah.
So, time to sit down and call it a night.
I see the Tsuchinoko has claimed the plate.
Not on my screen, but I can believe it on yours. I know why the minions aren't synced to the servers, but it's kind of sad that they aren't. Alex, get off the table. It's like, no. I'm supposed to be here. It's my time. Okay, it's my time to leave.
If the food comes in cold, he'll turn back time so it's warm.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and he's on the table again. He has to be the center of everything. The center of time and space.
Yeah. The center of his very own time loop.
Yes, he is. With that said, thank you all very much for coming along tonight. We will be back tomorrow for more Favorite probably crafting grind, because I've got all these mats and favorites bag just eating space.
Yeah, I was gonna go, we should do that, but we've been doing that on there.
So we'll do that on Monday. We'll just make it like Crafting Mondays, I guess, from now on.
Depending. Okay, everyone have a great night. Hope to see you here tomorrow at 9:30 for Crafting Epic.
Yes, thank you all for coming along. Be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and